Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. Today I am going to deliver a lesson for class 12th, subject zoology. In our previous topics, we were discussing about the various theories of evolution. Now today, we will discuss about the last theory of evolution known as Neo-Darwinism. This theory is also known as the modern theory of evolution or the synthetic theory of evolution. This theory is the result of the combined efforts of various scientists such as J.S. Huxley, R.A. Fisher, J.B.S. Haldane, Miller, and Dobzhansky. Now, according to this theory, evolution can be regarded as the effect of natural selection on the continuous appearance of mutant forms. Therefore, in fact, this theory is a modified version of Darwin's theory of natural selection and Hugo de Vries' mutation theory. The main postulates of this theory are: number one, the gene variability. In a population, there is gene variability, and the genetic variations are essential for evolution. Now, there are many causes of this genetic variability. The most common among them are: number first, the chromosomal aberration, also known as morphological mutations. These chromosomal aberrations are due to deletion, that is the loss of a chromosome, or addition, that is the addition of a chromosome, or it may be due to duplication, inversion, and translocation of the chromosome, wherein the inversion means that a segment of the chromosome gets detached from its original site and gets attached in a reverse fashion, that is known as inversion, whereas translocation means the detached segment of the chromosome gets attached to some another site. So deletion, addition, duplication, inversion, and translocation are the causes of chromosomal aberrations. Secondly, the second cause of genetic variability may be change in chromosome number, which may be as aneuploidy or euploidy. So for the aneuploidy is concerned, here in this case, the chromosome number gets increased or decreased by one or two chromosomes. That leads to monosomy, trisomy, or tetrasomy respectively. Similarly, euploidy means that there is change in the whole set of the chromosome. This is due to the addition of a complete set of chromosome or deletion of a complete set of a chromosome, wherein the deletion of a complete set of chromosome is called haploid condition, addition of a set of chromosome diploid or triploid, or polyploid when many chromosomes, more than two chromosomes are added. Set of chromosomes are added, that condition is known as polyploid condition. This is another cause of genetic variability. The third cause of genetic variability is mutagenes. Now, these mutagenes are basically the chemical substances which cause mutations or genetic variability. For example, formaldehyde, HCHO, formaldehyde is a chemical mutagen. Similarly, hydrogen peroxide, mustard, thiobromouracil, colchicine, radiation such as X-rays, gamma rays, etc. Or sometimes viruses are also act as mutagens. That leads to genetic variability. Similarly, another cause of genetic variability is due to hybridization. Hybridization means interbreeding of two genetically different individuals. Another cause of this genetic variability is known as genetic drift. Now, this is a very important point, mostly asked in the examinations about the genetic drift. Genetic drift means the elimination of genes, or we may call them as alleles, from a population due to any reason like migration, epidemic, or any other disorder or disease. It is also known as allelic drift. And this term, allelic drift, was given by the famous scientist, that is Sewall-Wright, also known as Sewall-Wright effect. Therefore, the genetic drift is the elimination of genes of some original characteristics of a species due to, if this is due to the migration, then it operates only in smaller population which has been migrated from its original habitat. In the new habitat, the colonizers are generally small and are called as founders. So there is increase in interbreeding that leads to increase in homozygosity. This produces a change in gene pool and a different population. Such a mechanism of speciation is called founder's effect. Now, there are certain species which show seasonal increase or decrease in their population, which are also known as flush and crash. For example, house fleas, mosquitoes, etc. Only a small population survive the unfavorable seasons, which is called the crash period, during which the population decreases drastically, which brings about shrinkage of the gene pool. Now, reduction in the allele frequencies during this brief reduction in size of population is also known as bottleneck effect. Now, another important postulate of this theory is the natural selection. Now, the best adopted organisms for any environment is selected by the nature. The nature selects better adapted organisms, and better adapted organisms will produce more number of offsprings, and the variations are thus transferred to their new generations. The natural selection of neo-Darwinism operates through differential reproduction, which states that the best adapted organisms mature earlier and leave more progeny than those which are less adapted. If the differential reproduction continues for a number of generations, then the genes of individuals which produce more offsprings will become dominant in gene pool, causing the change in gene frequency. That is, well-adapted individuals contribute more to the gene pool. Thus, what really matters in evolution is not how well or poorly the individual can face the environment, but how many of their young ones survive to become parents of next generation. Now, these new generations, through reproductive isolation, the reproductive isolation may be through various intrinsic or extrinsic barriers. Now, these isolation barriers gradually lead to speciation, which is a phenomena of development of new species from pre-existing ones. Now, this is all about the neo-Darwinism, And in our next topic, we will discuss about the evidences in support of natural selection. Until then, goodbye and good luck.